Yo, what's going on, buddy? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what we're going to be discussing is we're going to talk about the NFL and their plan to possibly make a cap space for the NFL quarterback. Now, as we all know, there's a cap space for the NFL. There's a cap space for the entire 53-man roster that teams have to kind of stay under for a limited amount of money that they can spend for their entire team. But with the recent outrage with the quarterbacks, different guys getting paid a lot of money. Trevor Lawrence just got paid the $55 million annual amount a year for his quarterback salary. We've seen other quarterbacks from Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts all getting paid these past couple years, Joe Burrow as well. And it just seems like the numbers going up and up and up. And I wouldn't be surprised within probably the next 2 years, we're going to be seeing guys like Tua Tagovailoa and maybe even Brock Purdy getting upwards of almost $60 million. And so far, it seems like the NFL's plan is, like I said, they're going to make almost like a cap space for the NFL quarterbacks to where it's like you can only pay the guys up to a certain amount of money. And I think the reason why they're kind of doing that is because right now the NFL cap space, as we know, as time goes on, money is always going to get bigger and bigger, and the cap space will keep growing. But it seems like the NFL quarterbacks are getting their salaries are going higher at a faster pace than what the NFL salary cap is going up. So what I wanted to do in today's video is kind of talk about it, discuss my reasons as to why I think it's a good idea for probably having an NFL quarterback salary cap and how this kind of can work. And then, like I said, just kind of give my whole opinion on it. But without further ado, I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to get straight into this. So if you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, now what I wanted to talk about, like I said, we're going to be going to this website here, spottrack.com. I'll put a link to this website down in the description below. But it has every single quarterback's cap hit. As you can see here, all teams for the 2024 season, quarterback cap hit. We're looking at just the cap. Now, I'm going to try to explain this the best way possible, so bear with me. As we all know, quarterbacks, they can kind of restructure or general manager, they can restructure the quarterback's contracts. If a quarterback is getting, say, paid like $40 million this year, they can restructure that money, I think, and they can push it out, spread it across a couple years in the future, and then they can take that money for $40 million a year, give them about $39 million of it as a signing bonus for this season, and then that salary cap will be $1 million. And then say later on in life where a team's like, okay, we're just going to eat a lot of the money in this year, but with the NFL's proposal, let's say they put the cap at like $65 million. They can make it then to where it's like a team can only be able to stretch the money out so far towards like $65 million. And if it gets to a point in the future where it's like, okay, he's got 2 more years of the contract, but these numbers are like $80 and $90 million on the cap hit, it'll force an NFL team to be like, okay, we got to either somehow re-sign you now or we are fucked. Because as you can see here, one of the things with the Cleveland Browns, I can explain this one a little bit better because I am a Browns fan. With Deshaun Watson, his cap space or cap hit right now for this upcoming season is $63 million. You can see here from Deshaun Watson's contract, the past couple years, they've been restructuring his contract, kind of bringing his cap hit down. And as you can see, for the next couple years, it's $63, $63, and $63 million. So it's going to have to make general managers have to work a lot harder with finding ways to restructure the number. Because I'm telling you now, it's going up to $60 million. And the fact that you have some quarterbacks here that are getting paid as much as they are is freaking ridiculous. I mean, you look right here at this list, and let's just put it in the perspective of, I've talked about this in past videos, of the Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. I think we can all agree on that. As you can see here, he is the 10th highest paid quarterback in the league. How is that possible? Kind of very briefly going through, talking about quarterbacks that are being paid ahead of him. Quarterbacks that deserve the money are maybe Joe Burrow, and you can maybe say Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson has an MVP. He has 2 MVPs, and Joe Burrow has beaten Mahomes in the playoffs. Every other quarterback, they don't deserve to have more money than Mahomes. Like Trevor Lawrence, Jared Goff, maybe in the 30 to 40 million if you could be nice that way. Justin Herbert, maybe he deserves to have maybe 45 million. Jalen Hurts, maybe $40 million. Kyler Murray deserves no more than like 20. And then you come down even further and you go down through these players, and it's like, how the fuck is Daniel Jones getting 40 million? How the fuck is like Derek Carr getting 37? Geno Smith getting 25? Gardner Minshew getting 12? Now, one of the teams this is gonna hurt a lot is the Kansas City Chiefs. Like I said, with Patrick Mahomes being paid the most and needing to be paid the most. With that comes some big responsibilities that the Chiefs general manager has to take care of. As you can see here, for the 2024 season, he's only getting a $37 million cap hit. Now, if they wanted to restructure that, they could, but the problem is, look at the next couple years, it's going to be some trouble for them. For the next 3 years, $66 million, $68 million, and $64 million, and then it kind of drops back down to like the 30s, and then goes back up into the 40s. So if the NFL decided to put a rule in, and this rule I'm pretty sure will not be implemented till at least like next season at the very, very earliest. So let's just live in a world where that did go into place. The Chiefs and like other teams, like I said, with the Browns and other teams that maybe have trouble with cap hit whenever it comes to their quarterbacks, they will not have a thing to worry about this season. The next couple seasons, that's where they might have to get working on this. Because there are times with NFL quarterbacks and NFL GMs where they want to front load the money. Maybe they put up like $80 million and cap hit right now so they can get a chunk of the contract out of the way, and then they can pay off the rest like little amounts throughout the rest of the years. And some teams, they like to take the money, put like a $1 million cap hit this year and then like stretch it down the line because they know this quarterback is like, yep, I'm going to be here for like the next 10 to 15 years. I'm going to be with you guys for the long run. Okay, cool. We're going to make it a 5-year contract. We'll extend this money out. And about 2 to 3 years, we'll go ahead and give you another contract extension. Just keep stretching the money out. I think it's going to be pretty cool and interesting to kind of see just how everybody works their contract. And kind of also to see, are NFL quarterbacks going to get paid as much as they are right now? But I'm going to kind of wrap it up by saying this. Like I said, NFL quarterbacks are still going to get paid the same amount right now. Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, and some of the other quarterbacks, they're going to be getting some big-time contracts here in the next few years. Tua Tagovailoa, are they going to be getting the $60 million plus? There's a part of me that wonders, are quarterbacks still going to get like the annual salary? Is that just going to keep on going up? But the only problem is the cap hit. Is that going to be the only thing that changes? Because if that happens, I feel like the NFL and the way the players look at it, they're going to be like, oh, it's cool, so what? But if they make it to where it's like the teams are like limited to a certain point of money that they can only spend on quarterbacks might get pissed off. Because imagine if it gets to a point where it's like, okay, quarterbacks, you guys can only be paid $60 million right now. And like if 5 years goes by and it's still $60 million, but then you look at like, say, receivers who are getting upwards to like $30, $35 million right now. And within 5 years, they're up to like 40, 45 million. And it's like, they're just growing and growing. Quarterbacks are going to be sitting over here like, what the fuck? Why are we getting paid more? Like last time I checked, the cap hit just rose like $50 million, almost $100 million within the last 5 years. Why are not getting paid more? But other than that, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did go and enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you ever do an opinion, do you agree or disagree with anything I said? What do you think about this new rule proposal? Do you think it's a good idea for quarterbacks to get certain cap hit on what they're allowed to be paid? Do you think they get paid too much or too less? Whatever your opinion may be whenever it comes to NFL quarterbacks, leave your complete opinion down in the comment section down below. Be more than welcome to talk about with you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do poster and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.